Sir?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. So you ready to roll tonight? Do your piece?
I'm always ready, man. I'm excited, representing the Fayetteville Fire Slam team, going down to Tampa, so looking forward to it.
You're moving to Tampa?
Oh, no, we're taking the team down there to perform in the Southern Fries Poetry Slam down there.
Yeah, when is that?
Yeah, June 6th through the 9th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all like professional and stuff?
We're trying to be.
Tell me something about Infinity.
Infinite.
Infinite, I'm
sorry. It's all good, started doing poetry probably when I was 5, 6 years old, writing all the time, and I didn't actually perform in front of people until I moved here. So about 2 years ago, went to the coffee scene, started performing, people started liking the stuff that I do. I was surprised, so Infinite was kind of born within all of that, So,
okay.
Yeah.
So what's your pieces mainly about?
Initially they were just about me, just life in general, what I've been through, lost love and all that stuff. And now I try to write about things that people don't necessarily write about, tell stories that go untold, so everybody's aware. I'm trying to teach people but entertain at the same time.
Okay. Is there a difference between poetry and spoken word?
I think it's just the performance aspect of it.
Okay.
I think anybody can write poetry. With spoken word, there's a storytelling aspect to it, there's an educational aspect to it, and there's a performance aspect to it,
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're touching somebody's heart, mind, and then you're entertaining them at the same time.
I mean, because I think some people really get into character.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they get a piece.
You have to, and that's the beauty of it, because you can just be a completely different person for 3 minutes and 10 seconds and really touch somebody, with your work and your performance.
So how do you practice for like a night like tonight or in Tampa?
Just me in the mirror, actually. Just me in the mirror, in the bathroom, in the shower, in the car, just going over and over my poems, just making sure that I'm working on my voice, I'm working on my enunciation of them, my syllables, just everything. I want it to be perfect, so the message, gets across.
Well, do you hold that as far as there's some poems that nobody will know?
Yeah. There's definitely some poems that I've written for me, and that's all. And that's the beauty of it, because when I first came here, that's all I wrote. I only wrote for me. I didn't write, for anybody else. That's why I didn't ever perform, because I would have a bad day. I would go in and write a poem about it,
But that was your therapy.
That was my therapy. And now, this performing is my therapy now, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to get to the point mentally where you say, okay, I'm ready to perform in front of people?
It kind of happened overnight, really. I performed at the coffee scene once, and I went up there and I sweated through a poem for about 5-6 minutes that I could do at home in about 2 minutes. But when I got home, it was just like exhilarating, just to get that off of my chest and get that part of me out, So it's like something that I just released. So after that, I was addicted to it. So I just wanted to always grace the stage and just talk to people.
So whenever you know that, okay, it's the night that I got to do my slam, there's certain forms that you have, like you have your heavy duty stuff, and you have your light stuff. Like, do you put them together for the different crowds that you're gonna?
Yeah, you have to, because when a slam is a competition, so you want to definitely cater your poems to the crowd, because that's who's going to be the judging. There's certain instances where there's just poems, I got something on my heart, or I just think people need to hear that I don't care what the crowd is, I'll just do it. But there's some times where I'm just like, you know what, I see my ladies in here, I'm going to do something for the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like you already got a bullet in the chamber.
Exactly. Just in case.
Well, I look forward to hearing you tonight, man.
I appreciate it, man.
All right. Thank you.
Great talking to you.
What up? It's your man, SUPA TRAV. You watching Turn It Up with SUPA TRAV, and I'm here with my special guest, Mr. Unorthodox.
Definitely.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. It's good to be in the building. Get to spit some poetry tonight, so.
You gonna do some poetry tonight?
Yeah.
You gonna slam?
I'm gonna slam.
You gonna compete?
I'm gonna compete.
You gonna get ready for Tampa?
Tampa, yeah. I'm ready. I'm getting ready for it.
So the name Unorthodox, we all have an idea of what that name means. What does it mean to you?
Oh man. Originally I came on as half a poet.
Half a poet.
Yeah. When I started was doing different church venues. Half a poet, half of it was me, the other was God. So that's how I came off. Got with LJ, my homeboy LJ, another poet, pretty much was like, yo, you should change your name. You know, and I was like, you know, it sounds good. You know, but he was like, the only thing is you have to think of something that resembles you. So I came up with an orthodox, and then how I broke it down with the spelling, UN is no, ortho means right, dox, platform. Pretty much means, you know, as an artist, as an individual, you shouldn't have anything to hold you down. You don't need anything to write on, you know what I mean? Or to sit on the stage or talk about whatever. It's just, you just go up there and you do what you do. You know, because poetry is really not about you. You know what I'm saying? It's about that person that's in the background that's listening.
Right.
So, that's how I came up.
It's all about the message.
It's all about the message. It's all about the message and educating somebody else.
So is it safe to say that unorthodox is also the helper of the one without a voice?
You can say that. You can say that. Like I got a couple pieces that where I speak for, or I try to reach people out there that are scared to get on stage.
Okay.
You know, scared to. They write, but they don't want to get on stage.
Okay.
You know, they write, and they're just like they sit in their room, and then you know they go through their events, and they're like no, and then all of a sudden you bring them out, and you're like, oh my goodness, that person has so much out there for other people. So yeah, you can say that.
Is it cheating to take your raps and use it in a slam?
I'm not a rapper.
Right.
I mean, that was one
but
of the
I'm saying for someone who does that, is that cheating?
I wouldn't say it's cheating because rap is a form of poetry.
Right.
I mean, if you really sit back and think about it, you know, your KRS-Ones, your Commons, your Mos Defs, your Kanye, even Kanye. Right. You know, if you look at back at was it Def Poetry, Def Slam Poetry, Kanye got up there and did a piece.
Right.
He's a rapper.
Right.
But it turns out that after that year, it came out being a rap song.
Right.
So I wouldn't really say it's cheating because it's an expression, and that's what slamming really is about. It's competition, but you're still expressing yourself.
Okay.
So,
I understand it. Yeah, I was watching Def Poetry.
Sure.
To tune in every week.
Every week.
Yeah, and it was a lot of powerful poets out there.
I was 12 when I first started listening to that. So.
You was 12?
12.
How old are you?
27.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't realize it was that long ago. That's why.
Yeah, it was like back in like 96, 97, somewhere around there.
How often do you write?
Man, whenever I get a chance, really. I'm the type of poet that you give me something, I have to put it in my brain, let it simmer, let that seed grow, and then once that seed grows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever it may be, I'll start writing.
Yeah.
You know, so it just depends.
I was really surprised to know that's a lot of poets who don't know that you can actually put your poem to music.
Oh yeah.
And read a whole nother audience.
That's actually something that we've all been working on as a group. I have a couple joints that are like that, straight a cappella, and I have some that are with music. So.
Okay. So whenever you go to choose the beat and you want to do your poem on, what do you normally look for?
Depends on the mood.
Okay.
I mean, I got a piece that's called A Pledge of Allegiance, and I do it to a rock beat.
Okay.
And then I have some slow melody type stuff for the females that you do on a nice little jazz sample. I got some old school type stuff. It just depends. Just depends on the poem. Just depends on the attitude of the poem and what you're trying to deliver, because music enhances the delivery of what you're saying.
Right.
It enhances that mood. So if you want something angry, go to your rock. If you want something smooth, mellow, go to the jazz type stuff. So it just depends.
Right. Well, I know that, you know, sometimes you want to put poetry in a box and say that if you're doing poetry, that means that you can't rap. It's a softer. It came from the same place. You know, it comes from hip hop, but at the same time, it's the softer child.
Nah.
Hip hop is the more aggressive child.
I wouldn't. Actually, I would say it's totally different.
Yeah.
Because hip hop nowadays, man, is what's the word? It's come to the point where you can't control what you're saying on the mic anymore. You can't control what you're putting on the CD. But poetry, man, I can cuss you out in 15 million ways. Sell it, and it's gonna go. You know, there's no censorship to poetry. Right. But in hip hop, there is a censor. You know, I got a poem called, F the Poet. I just did it. You know, but you try to do that on a mic, or I'm saying on some hip hop type stuff, like, really,
right.
We don't want anything that. You know, so definitely, I say poetry is the beast. It's the heart of it. You know, you're reaching more people, you're talking to more people, you're getting out. You know, it's just sad that it's not even commercial. It's so underground.
Right.
The poetry movement is so underground. It kills me, and that's one thing that I want to do as a poet, is try to be able to get it up to where it should be.
Right.
To reach the people that need to hear it, because everybody doesn't listen to hip hop. Everybody doesn't listen to rap.
So you saying that poetry is the raw essence of hip hop?
It's the raw essence.
It's the part that corporate world hasn't corrupted yet.
Exactly.
I mean, what can you do to keep it from getting corrupted?
Just be real with yourself.
Really?
Just be real with yourself, man. That's the hardest thing. is getting to the point where you're mainstream, where you're a mainstream poet, where you're a traveling poet, and keep it where you were at when you were just doing open mics.
Humble.
Yeah, gotta stay humble.
Right.
This is a humble type industry right here.
Right.
So
I got you. Well, look, man, I appreciate talking to you.
Definitely,
I look
brother.
forward to checking you out tonight.
We'll do it, man.
Keep doing your thing, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Have a good one.
You know who it is? Black King. You know something that is